Every year, thousands of poultry farmers start their flocks with excitement and high expectations. Boxes of tiny chirping chicks arrive at farms around the world, bringing the promise of fresh eggs, healthy meat, and a new source of income. For many people entering small-scale farming, these little birds represent more than just livestock. They represent opportunity. They represent the possibility of building a profitable small farm, creating small farm income, and turning a dream of homesteading for profit into a reality. But within the first few days, that excitement often begins to fade. A chick suddenly becomes weak. Another stops eating. By the next morning, one lies still in the brooder. Then another, and another. Before long, what started as a hopeful farm startup begins to feel like a frustrating loss. Chick mortality is one of the most common problems farmers face when raising poultry. Whether someone is running a backyard farming setup with 20 chicks or operating a larger farm business with hundreds of birds, losing chicks during the early days can destroy farm ROI and wipe out profits before the flock even has a chance to grow. For people trying to build homestead income or start a farming side hustle, these losses can be devastating. Many new farmers quickly realize that raising chicks is not as simple as it first appears. The truth is that the first few days of a chick's life are the most dangerous period they will ever experience. Their immune systems are fragile. Their bodies are adjusting to a completely new environment, and even small mistakes in care can quickly turn deadly. Yet experienced poultry farmers often manage to raise strong, healthy flocks with very little chick mortality. Their chicks survive transport, adapt quickly to their brooder environment, and begin growing rapidly within days. So what is the difference? The answer often lies in a simple but powerful practice that many experienced farmers use during the first critical hours after chicks arrive. In this video, we are going to explore the real causes of chick mortality and reveal a simple 3-ingredient formula that many farmers quietly use to dramatically improve chick survival rates. But before we reveal the formula, it is important to understand exactly why chicks die in the first place. Because once you understand the real causes of chick mortality, you will see why the simple method can make such a powerful difference. Welcome to Herd and Harvest, where we explore practical livestock knowledge to help farmers build profitable livestock systems, increase small farm profit, and create sustainable homestead businesses through smart farming strategies. If you're interested in profitable farming, farm startup ideas, and building real income through small farm animals, then this channel is designed for you. Now let's take a closer look at why so many chicks fail to survive their first few days. For many farmers entering poultry farming, the biggest surprise is just how fragile newly hatched chicks can be. When chicks first hatch, they are still adjusting to life outside the egg. Inside the shell, they receive constant warmth, protection, and nutrients from a yolk sac. But once they hatch and are transported to farms, they suddenly face an entirely different environment. Their bodies must quickly adapt to new temperatures, new bacteria, new food sources, and new stress factors. During this transition period, several major problems can occur. One of the most common causes of chick mortality is dehydration. Chicks are often transported long distances from hatcheries to farms. During this journey, they may spend many hours without access to water. By the time they arrive at the farm, they are already weak and dehydrated. Dehydration can quickly lead to exhaustion, weakness, and death if chicks are not properly rehydrated. Another major problem is stress. Transporting chicks from hatcheries to farms is a stressful process. Noise, movement, changes in temperature, and unfamiliar surroundings all place enormous strain on their tiny bodies. Stress weakens the immune system and makes chicks more vulnerable to disease. Even farmers who provide the correct brooder temperature and quality feed can still lose chicks simply because the birds never fully recover from transport stress. A third major cause of chick mortality is poor gut health. When chicks arrive at a new farm, they encounter bacteria that are different from what they experienced at the hatchery. Some of these bacteria can be harmful, especially when chicks already have weakened immune systems. If harmful bacteria begin multiplying in the digestive system, chicks may develop infections that quickly become fatal. Temperature mistakes can also be deadly. New chicks require carefully controlled brooder temperatures. If the environment is too cold, chicks huddle together and may suffocate or weaken. If the environment is too hot, they become dehydrated and stressed. Many beginners entering farming for beginners or starting backyard farming operations underestimate how sensitive chicks are to temperature changes. Nutrition also plays an important role. Chicks require high-quality starter feed to grow properly. If their diet is unbalanced or if they are too weak to eat enough food during the first few days, their growth and immune development may be affected. All of these factors combine to make the first days of a chick's life extremely dangerous. And this is exactly why experienced poultry farmers take special steps during this critical period. Because successful farmers understand that the first 24 hours after chicks arrive can determine whether the flock will thrive or struggle. This is where the 3-ingredient formula comes in. But before we reveal the ingredients themselves, it is important to understand one more hidden factor that many farmers overlook. Because even when farmers provide good temperature control, clean water, and quality feed, chicks can still die during the early stages. And the reason often comes down to one overlooked problem that many beginners never consider. When chicks arrive from the hatchery, their bodies are not only dehydrated and stressed, their internal systems are also struggling to adjust to a completely new environment. Their digestive systems are weak. Their immune systems are still developing. Their bodies are searching for energy to recover from the journey. Without immediate support, some chicks simply cannot recover fast enough. This is why experienced farmers provide a special recovery mixture during the first few hours after chicks arrive. Instead of offering only plain water, they prepare a simple solution that helps chicks restore hydration, boost immunity, and stabilize gut health all at the same time. This mixture is simple, inexpensive, and easy to prepare. Yet many beginners in poultry farming never learn about it until after they have already experienced painful losses. In the next part of this video, we will reveal the 3 ingredients that make up this powerful chick recovery formula and explain why each ingredient plays an important role in helping chicks survive their most vulnerable stage of life. And once you understand how these ingredients work together, you will see why many farmers believe this simple method can make the difference between losing half your flock and building a truly profitable livestock operation. Now that we understand why the first hours of a chick's life are so critical, it becomes easier to see why experienced poultry farmers focus so much attention on those early moments after chicks arrive on the farm. Those first hours can determine whether a flock grows into a strong, productive group of birds, or whether losses slowly begin to eat away at what could have been a profitable farming operation. For many people starting a farm startup, poultry is often the first step into the world of livestock. Chickens are considered one of the best farm animals for beginners because they require relatively little space, they grow quickly, and they can generate steady income through meat or egg production. Many homesteaders also choose chickens as the foundation of their homestead business because poultry fits well into backyard farming systems and micro-farming setups. But the success of any poultry operation depends heavily on survival during the first few days of life. If half of the chicks die before they reach maturity, the entire economics of the farm changes. Feed costs increase, time is wasted, and the expected small farm profit disappears. This is why experienced farmers prepare a simple recovery mixture before the chicks even arrive at the farm. Instead of waiting until problems appear, they immediately support the chicks' bodies during the most stressful stage of their lives. The mixture uses 3 ingredients that work together to address the 3 biggest threats to chick survival: dehydration, weakened immunity, and digestive imbalance. Each ingredient plays a specific role. When combined, they create a simple but powerful formula that helps chicks recover from transport stress and begin adapting quickly to their new environment. Let's start with the first ingredient. The first ingredient in this formula is garlic. Garlic may seem like an ordinary kitchen ingredient, but farmers around the world have used it for centuries as a natural remedy for livestock health. In poultry farming, garlic is widely known for its antibacterial and immune-boosting properties. When chicks arrive at a farm, their immune systems are extremely weak. During transport, they may have been exposed to bacteria, temperature changes, and stressful conditions. Garlic helps strengthen the immune response by supporting the body's natural defenses against harmful microorganisms. One of the compounds in garlic, called allicin, is known for its ability to fight bacteria and support immune function. When chicks consume small amounts of garlic through their drinking water, it helps reduce the risk of infections that can spread rapidly in young flocks. For farmers trying to build profitable livestock systems, preventing disease during the early stages of life is critical. Once disease begins spreading through a brooder, it can quickly wipe out a large percentage of chicks. Garlic also supports digestion. Young chicks have very delicate digestive systems that are still developing. Garlic helps stimulate healthy gut activity and encourages the growth of beneficial microorganisms that assist with digestion and nutrient absorption. For people operating homestead businesses or practicing homesteading for profit, natural remedies like garlic offer an affordable alternative to expensive commercial treatments. Many small farmers prefer natural solutions because they reduce costs and fit well into sustainable farming systems. But while garlic supports immunity and digestion, it cannot solve one of the most immediate problems that newly arrived chicks face. That problem is energy loss. Chicks often arrive at farms exhausted after long journeys from hatcheries. During transport, they may have spent many hours without access to food or water. Their bodies are running on extremely limited energy reserves. Without quick access to energy, some chicks simply do not have the strength to begin eating or drinking properly. This is where the second ingredient becomes essential. The second ingredient in the formula is glucose or simple sugar. Glucose provides an immediate source of energy that chicks can absorb quickly. When added in small amounts to drinking water, glucose helps restore energy levels and supports a recovery process. Imagine a tiny chick that has traveled for hours inside a shipping box. Its body temperature may have fluctuated. Its muscles are tired. Its energy reserves are almost empty. Providing a small amount of glucose in the drinking water helps jumpstart the chick's metabolism and gives it the strength needed to begin exploring its environment, drinking water and eating feed. Energy restoration is extremely important for farmers trying to maintain strong flock survival rates. Even in well-managed farms, some chicks may struggle during the first few hours simply because they are too weak to compete with stronger birds. Glucose helps level the playing field by giving every chick a quick boost of energy. This is particularly important for farmers operating small-scale farming systems where every chick counts toward the farm's final profit. For example, someone starting a poultry-based farming side hustle might begin with 50 chicks. If 10 or 15 chicks die during the first few days, the expected farm ROI drops significantly. On the other hand, if survival rates remain high, the farmer has a much better chance of turning that small flock into a profitable small farm enterprise. Glucose is simple, affordable, and widely available, yet its impact during the early hours of chick care can be surprisingly powerful. But even with improved immunity and restored energy, there is still another critical factor that determines whether chicks thrive or struggle. That factor is gut health. The digestive system plays a central role in livestock growth and productivity. When the gut is healthy, animals absorb nutrients efficiently, grow faster, and resist disease more effectively. But when harmful bacteria begin dominating the digestive system, problems quickly appear. Young chicks are especially vulnerable to digestive imbalances because their gut microbiome is still developing. When they arrive at a farm, they are suddenly exposed to new bacteria that may disrupt the delicate balance inside their digestive tract. This is where the third ingredient becomes incredibly valuable. The third ingredient in the formula is apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar has long been used by farmers as a natural method for improving poultry health. It helps create a slightly acidic environment inside the digestive system, which makes it more difficult for harmful bacteria to grow. At the same time, this environment encourages beneficial bacteria that support digestion and nutrient absorption. For chicks that are still adjusting to their new surroundings, apple cider vinegar helps stabilize the gut and reduce the risk of digestive infections. Healthy digestion is essential for building strong livestock. Birds that digest feed efficiently grow faster and require less feed to reach maturity. This directly improves farm ROI and contributes to higher livestock profit. For farmers trying to build sustainable homestead income or operate profitable small farm systems, improving feed efficiency can make a major difference in long-term profitability. Apple cider vinegar also supports hydration and encourages chicks to drink more water. Proper hydration helps maintain body temperature, supports circulation, and improves overall vitality. When garlic, glucose, and apple cider vinegar are combined, they create a powerful synergy. Garlic strengthens immunity and fights harmful bacteria. Glucose restores energy and helps chicks recover from transport stress. Apple cider vinegar stabilizes gut health and improves digestion. Together, these three ingredients support the chick's body during the most vulnerable stage of its life. Many experienced poultry farmers prepare this mixture immediately when chicks arrive. Instead of offering plain water during the first hours, they provide this recovery solution so that chicks can quickly regain strength and begin adapting to their new environment. This simple practice has helped many farmers dramatically reduce chick mortality and improve survival rates. And when survival rates improve, the entire economics of the farm improves as well. Higher survival means more birds reaching maturity. More birds reaching maturity means greater production of eggs or meat. And greater production leads directly to stronger small farm income. For farmers interested in building diversified livestock operations, poultry often becomes a gateway to other profitable ventures. Some farmers eventually expand into quail farming because quail grow quickly and require very little space. Others explore rabbit farming as another form of profitable livestock that fits well within small-scale farming systems. Some homesteaders even combine poultry with small goats, such as Nigerian dwarf goats, creating diversified homestead income streams that improve overall stability and resilience. All of these opportunities begin with one simple principle. Healthy animals are the foundation of profitable farming. When farmers take steps to protect livestock during the earliest stages of life, they dramatically increase their chances of building sustainable farm businesses. Now that we understand the role of each ingredient in the three-ingredient formula, the next step is learning how to prepare the mixture properly and how to administer it during those critical first hours after chicks arrive. In the next part, we will walk through the exact preparation process, discuss the correct ratios, and share additional tips that can further reduce chick mortality and help farmers build stronger, more profitable poultry operations. Because sometimes the difference between a struggling farm and a thriving one comes down to a few simple practices applied at exactly the right moment. Now that we have explored the three ingredients that support chick survival, the next step is understanding exactly how to prepare the mixture and how to use it correctly during those critical early hours. Even though the formula itself is simple, the way it is prepared and administered can make a meaningful difference in how well chicks respond to it. When chicks first arrive at your farm, the most important priority is helping them recover from transport stress and begin drinking water as quickly as possible. Water is essential because it restores hydration, activates digestion, and helps regulate body temperature. However, instead of providing plain water during the first hours, many experienced farmers provide a recovery mixture that strengthens the chicks' bodies while they begin adjusting to their new environment. The preparation process is straightforward and requires only a few minutes. Start by preparing a container of clean drinking water. Clean water is extremely important because young chicks are very sensitive to bacteria and contaminants. Using fresh water ensures that the recovery mixture provides benefits without introducing harmful microorganisms. Once the clean water is ready, the first ingredient to prepare is garlic. Take 1 or 2 small cloves of fresh garlic and crush them gently. Crushing the garlic helps release the natural compounds responsible for its antibacterial and immune-supporting effects. The crushed garlic can then be added directly into the drinking water container. Some farmers prefer to strain the garlic after it is soaked in the water for a short period, while others simply leave the crushed pieces in the water, so that the natural compounds continue dissolving gradually. Both methods can work, as long as the garlic is used in small, controlled amounts. The goal is not to overwhelm the chicks with strong flavor, but rather to introduce enough garlic to support immune health and reduce the risk of bacterial growth. Next comes the second ingredient, which is glucose or simple sugar. Add a small amount of glucose powder or regular sugar to the water and stir gently until it dissolves. This ingredient provides a rapid energy source that chicks can absorb quickly through their digestive systems. Remember that chicks arriving from a hatchery may have gone many hours without food or water. Their bodies are low on energy and struggling to recover from transport stress. Providing glucose in the drinking water helps restore their strength and encourages them to begin moving around, exploring the brooder and consuming feed. When chicks regain energy quickly, they become more active and better able to compete for food and water. This improves survival rates and reduces the risk of weaker chicks being left behind. After the garlic and glucose have been added, the final ingredient is apple cider vinegar. Add a small amount of apple cider vinegar to the mixture and stir the water gently. Apple cider vinegar helps balance the digestive environment inside the chick's body by creating slightly acidic conditions that discourage harmful bacteria while encouraging beneficial microorganisms. This digestive support is extremely valuable during the first days of life because the chick's gut microbiome is still developing. When the digestive system is stable and balanced, chicks absorb nutrients more effectively and grow stronger. The combination of garlic, glucose, and apple cider vinegar creates a recovery solution that addresses three of the most serious challenges chicks face when they arrive at a new farm. It supports immunity, restores energy, and stabilizes digestion. Once the mixture is prepared, it should be placed in the chicks' drinking containers immediately after they arrive at the brooder. Make sure the water containers are easy for the chicks to access and that every chick can reach the water without difficulty. Farmers often gently dip the beak of a few chicks into the water to encourage them to drink. Once a few birds begin drinking, the others quickly follow. During the first hours, the goal is simply to encourage hydration and recovery. Chicks should be allowed to drink the mixture freely while they adjust to their new environment. After the first day, farmers typically switch back to regular clean water while continuing to monitor the chick's behavior and health. But while the recovery mixture plays a powerful role in reducing chick mortality, it is not the only factor that determines survival. Successful poultry farmers also pay close attention to several other aspects of chick care that greatly influence early development. One of the most important factors is brooder temperature. Newly hatched chicks cannot regulate their body temperature effectively. They rely on the brooder environment to provide consistent warmth. If the brooder is too cold, chicks will huddle together in an attempt to stay warm. This behavior can lead to suffocation and weakness among smaller birds. If the brooder is too hot, chicks may become dehydrated and stressed. Maintaining the correct temperature range allows chicks to remain comfortable and active. A well-balanced brooder environment encourages normal feeding and drinking behavior, which supports healthy growth. Another essential factor is clean water. Even after the recovery mixture has been used during the first hours, providing clean drinking water throughout the chick's life is critical for preventing disease. Dirty water containers can quickly become breeding grounds for harmful bacteria, which can spread illness throughout the flock. Farmers who clean and refill water containers regularly create a healthier environment for their birds. Feed quality also plays an important role. Chicks require specially formulated starter feed that provides the protein, vitamins, and minerals necessary for rapid growth. High-quality feed helps chicks develop strong bones, healthy feathers, and resilient immune systems. For farmers interested in profitable livestock systems, investing in good nutrition during the early stages pays off later through faster growth and improved productivity. Ventilation is another factor that should not be overlooked. While chicks require warmth, they also need fresh air to maintain healthy respiratory systems. Poor ventilation can allow moisture and harmful gases to build up inside the brooder, creating conditions that encourage disease. Maintaining a clean, dry, and well-ventilated brooder environment supports overall flock health. When all of these factors are combined with a 3-ingredient recovery formula, farmers dramatically increase their chances of raising strong and healthy chicks. And when chicks survive and grow successfully, the entire farming operation becomes more profitable. For many people exploring small-scale farming or backyard farming, poultry represents one of the most accessible opportunities to generate income from livestock. Chickens require relatively little space compared to larger animals, and they can produce valuable products such as eggs and meat. Many farmers begin their journey into profitable farming with a small flock of chickens and gradually expand their operations over time. Some diversify into quail farming because quail mature quickly and produce eggs that are highly valued in certain markets. Others explore rabbit farming, which is another form of profitable livestock that works well in micro-farming systems. Some farmers integrate goats such as Nigerian dwarf goats into their homestead operations, creating multiple streams of homestead income from different types of small farm animals. This diversification helps stabilize farm income and reduces risk by spreading production across several livestock species. But no matter what type of animals a farmer chooses to raise, the principle remains the same. Healthy animals are the foundation of profitable farming. When farmers take the time to care for their animals properly, especially during the earliest stages of life, they build a foundation for long-term success. A small action during the first hours of a chick's life can determine whether that bird grows into a productive member of the flock or becomes another loss. The 3-ingredient formula we discuss today is simple, affordable, and accessible to almost any farmer. Yet it addresses some of the most important challenges young chicks face during their most vulnerable stage. By supporting hydration, immunity, and digestion, this mixture helps chicks recover from transport stress and begin adapting quickly to their new environment. For farmers working to build small farm income, every healthy chick represents progress toward a stronger and more profitable operation. And sometimes the difference between struggling flocks and thriving flocks comes down to a few simple practices that experienced farmers have quietly used for generations. If you found this information helpful and you want to continue learning practical strategies for building profitable livestock systems, growing homestead income, and discovering the best farm animals for small-scale farming, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. This is Herd and Harvest, where we explore real farm business ideas, practical livestock knowledge, and proven strategies that help farmers turn small farms into powerful income-producing homestead businesses. Whether you are just beginning your farm startup journey, building a farming side hustle, or expanding your homestead into a profitable small farm, this channel is designed to give you the knowledge you need to succeed. Subscribe to Herd and Harvest and join a growing community of farmers who are learning how to raise healthier animals, improve farm ROI, and transform simple livestock into lasting opportunity. Because at Herd and Harvest, every animal raised well brings you one step closer to a stronger farm and a more abundant harvest.